I ran into an old buddy of mine, a friend. We were talking about I have things going on out here. He, and I'll tell you something about history and slavery. He said that stuff don't matter no more. That's history. That history don't matter for right now. I'm trying to tell him like history can't repeat itself. So we got like a little disagreement between what's going on right now in history, right? Because see, people still don't understand that history can't repeat itself. But hold on, let me show you something I'm talking about though. Sorry, upside down, my bad. You might have to adjust your screen to see a little more because it's small letters. I can't get it bigger. But mainly is that you had to have freedom papers. You had to have certain documents as a slave to be able to go places. If you didn't have them papers or you had a document, you couldn't go certain places. You can't go here. You couldn't go there. Freedom tag. So what's going on right now? In certain places, if you don't have them papers, you can't go in. History repeating itself. Once again, if you don't have them documents saying you got this, you can't participate in certain things. That was back in what? Hold up. What year was that? What year was that again? Hold up. When it was published? 1865. 1865. What year is this right now? 2021. History. 1865. 2021. You wasn't allowed to go to certain places back in 1865 unless you had certain papers, certain documents. 2021. You're not allowed to go to certain places unless you have some papers or certain documents. You understand that? It's the same people too that did this that doing it now. Do you understand that too though? Evidently you don't. I don't know if you do or not. And we were talking about the G thing. He says too many, people out here in this killing each other, whatever, where they need to. So he believed in that G control. I believe like that. He believed in that G control. So I said, what? So I'm thinking to myself that you want the government to be able to be your daddy, to wherever control what goes on in your life. They don't. Okay, whatever you do in life, I just showed you on papers. What holds you back? What can hold you back if you're not able to protect? I keep on saying it. If you're not able to protect yourself, No matter what they could give you, no matter what thing they promise you, it's no good. They could just take it back. This is coming in and destroy you. Coming in and wipe you out. Coming in and do whatever, like they did in slavery. Like on papers, what they're showing you. Wake up, man. This dude right now is trying to go around the Constitution on the man in office, Joe Biden. Trying to go around the Constitution and take away your Second Amendment right. Trying to go around the Constitution to make our Constitution a global thing. No, it's part of the United States of America. He's trying to take your constitutional rights and give it to the global, give it to the globalists, to UN, the United Nations. So it's no more United States Constitution. It's a UN Constitution. That's the steps they taking. Do you understand the seriousness about that? I don't know what you're doing now. You heard what I just said. Your Constitution, American rights, whether you believe it or not, you still live in it. You still, get you freedom. Can you go here? Can you go there? Can you do this? Can you do that? You ain't got no felonies. Can you just go buy something? Whatever. I believe too though, certain felonies should be erased. Period. You shouldn't have felonies for the rest of your life, unless you did something horrible, horrible. That's like, no. But it's a little sip of weed or whatever, cocaine. No, man. You shouldn't have that for the rest of your life. That shit should be erased. But on the other hand, what I'm trying to say is, if they attack one, they attack all. You can defend that. You could think, well, you big and bad, they come against me, I'm gonna fuck them up or whatever like that. How people are saying, no, because who coming against you? It's not. They sending soldiers against you. They're not sending ordinary people against you. They might send a couple, whatever, but they send them. You can't win if you're thinking like that. You're thinking like, well, no. You gotta think ahead of them, because they're thinking ahead too, though. They're thinking of ways to take away your stuff. I just showed you the papers. They're doing it right now. The Great Reset, the Agenda 21, the Agenda 30, all that stuff. Joe Biden and the Democrat administration. All this stuff going around. Well, I told you, I put up a thing a long time ago. Talking about money. Talking about digital currency. You know what digital currency? Y'all just smiling about digital currency. Y'all think it's all good. Digital currency is control over your life. Because is everything digital? You know what I could do? I could control everything you do. I could control your finances. If you don't want to eat, I could and cut you off for eating. If I want to starve you to death. If I want you to submit to something, I just could push a couple buttons. You won't be able to feed yourself. You won't be able to clothe yourself. You won't be able to do nothing. Do you understand that? Now, somebody just told me to see the point is doing that. They ain't taking no more dollar bill. They ain't taking no more paper money. Great Reset. And they behind this. Stop supporting the Democrat Party. Stop supporting the Democrat Party. And stop saying, okay, black owned business, white owned, whatever. We all need to unite. I won't hear that black owned business bullshit no more. I don't want to hear that white owned bullshit. I want to hear that right now because that's separation. We need to come together. American owned freedom businesses. Black owned business is good. Don't get me wrong. But if that black owned business is a contributor back to the economy, it's a contributor back to the neighborhood. Well, if it ain't contributing back to a neighborhood, how's it any good? You got black owned business. Your black owned business free in the neighborhood? Is it contributing back to a neighborhood? Where you at? Or whatever. If that white owned, it's contributing back to a neighborhood where you at. It's what I mean. It's contribute. It could be a good thing because you can be independent from the government. You could do your own thing because you're independent. But they'll come a time where they're gonna attack you too, though. That's what I'm saying. It's a they already got this thought. They already got this in their thoughts. Oh yeah, black owned business. They happy. They support it all the way up because they doing it for the votes. They ain't doing it because they want a black owned business to be strong. They doing it because it's a mind manipulation. So I'll give you black owned businesses, but in trade, I want your Second Amendment rights. I give you a black owned business, but in trade, I want your First Amendment. I give you a black owned business, but in trade, I want your constitutional rights. That's what they doing. You think you could win like that? No, man. But go ahead and think you could win like that. You can't win like that. History. Oh, you don't believe in history? My bad. Some people don't believe in history. But I want to tell you, history say you cannot win without no constitutional rights. So whatever you own, they can come and just take it away from you. Vote these Democrats out of office. That's the only way you can win. Black owned business, white owned businesses, Chinese owned business, whatever your own business. But I believe America owned businesses. So what y'all want to do, that's on you. That's on you. That's freedom. But I want to say this too though. Let's think about this too though. It's a black owned business. But a white person say this is a white owned business, that's considered racist. Right? That's what I'm saying. America owned businesses. America owned businesses. Whereas it's black, white, whatever, it's America owned because you're American. What matter what color you is, no matter what shade you is. When you say that they can't use that to go against you. They can't use that to where it's that divide. That's how they using it. Using that black owned business to where it's a divide. Or this man is equality, whatever. No, they use that equality stuff for a divide. You're not realizing that. America owned businesses. No matter what. It could be a black man at the top. It could be a white man at the top. It could be a Chinese man. As long as it's American made, man, that's what matters. As long as you control it back to that neighborhood you at, that's what matters, man. No matter who owned that businesses. Because we all win. We will be all on the same page of freedom. And understanding that. Nobody gonna win. Because we hear the American Revolution was fought with blacks and whites. The Civil War was fought with blacks and whites. Because they understand what it meant to be free. Freedom for all. Whether it was the British or was the Democrat slavery. America owned businesses. We all on the same page, contribute back to where you stay at. And that where you stay at, that could fold 3 or 4 times back out into the economy, and they all could be on the same page wherever you at. Because when you start doing that, it comes back to racism. It's racism because it's put like this. As I was this right here was an all black city. This right here was an all white city. This right here was an all Chinese city, whatever like that. When you leave out that city without that, it's more racist. It's more racism coming. Cause they're like, who the fuck is this over here? That's in the hood. That's when you go somewhere that in the hood right now. In some places, like you go some places in the hood. Who is this? No. We should not be we way past that. We should be way past that. So that's what that leads to. That's what it leads to. So you gotta think about that when you when you say all these things out your mouth, or when you have all these visions, this separation. Because when you leave, now me, I want to go anywhere in this whole world, in the United States, and not have to worry about this neighborhood or this right here. They can be crazy, and that's what's gonna happen. You keep on doing this. Wake up. I just showed you this right here. So history can repeat itself. I just showed you them papers. The small paper I gotta show you. American made, American businesses. No matter who's at the top, as long as they have the right mindset for the community where you at. And that community is another community, and we all can be together in one community and grow. But without freedom and without constitutional rights and without a way to protect yourself, being armed, none of that shit gonna work. No matter what you say, you don't have the ability to defend yourself. That shit ain't gonna work because they can come take it any time if they don't agree with you what you're doing. 18, what, 65? You couldn't go places. You needed papers, certain documents as a slave. So what they're doing right now is making you a slave again. Making you a slave. Not just black people, everybody. You a slave. A Democrat slavery. Democrat slavery.